The people of the Emirates are the makers of its culture, the makers of the impossible. They dream big, act fast, and empower each other. This is what shapes a nation's culture. From all over the Emirates and across the globe, they are working together to make it possible.
جداً مهم إن الواحد يحول نقطة خوفه إلى نقطة شجاعة.
Pretty much my entire life has been consumed from sports and training.
مرة الوالد خدنا رحلة وأنا طالع قالوا لنا البحر الأحمر معروف بسمك القرش، وأنا طول الرحلة وحاط في بالي سمك قرش، تميت خايف. حتى طلعنا منطقة اسمها الغردقة كان فيها الغواصة وحاطين لك تمثال قرش. بابا هذا قرش قرش قرش، قال لي هذا مو بصدقي لا تخاف، وطول الوقت خايف حتى ألمس الماء. خلاص قام الوالد قال أنت خايف من سمك القرش؟ قلت له هي، كان يشلني قال خلي سمك القرش ياكلك، فرني في البحر. والحين الحمد لله الخوف اللي كان فيني راح. الحين بالعكس نغوص مع اسماك القرش، بالعكس نحن ندور اسماك القرش. الحين الحمد لله انا فول تايم تقريبا في الادفنتشرز. 99% من حياتي استوت ادفنتشر، تسلق جبال، رحلات، احاول استكشف اماكن جديده في دوله الامارات. ابى افتتح بعض الاماكن اللي خاصه في المغامرات والاستكشافات، وايضا الرياضات الجبليه والكيفنج والغوص، لان يعني في كثير من المناطق عندنا ناس ما تقول تتريح حد يستكشفها.
My earliest memory was watching the World Cups. It was 98, and I remember me and my brothers used to go outside after watching all the games and mimic all these iconic moments. And that's where it started, really. I fell in love with the game. Because of culture, at a certain age, you know, being a girl, you kind of stop playing with boys. You know, you have to find yourself girls to play with, the team to play with. So, you know, around the teenage years, that's when I wasn't able to continue playing with my brothers. After university, I was scouted in 2015, scouted for the UAE national team. I grew up a shy kid, I still am. So I think playing sports kind of provides you with a common ground. And it provides you with a safe space where you can just be yourself. So it was easy to make friends there. And I think it's played a big role in who I am now.
Pretty much I was a pretty hyperactive child from the get-go. I was in a house with 3 other siblings, and my poor mother, she couldn't stand me running around the house. So the best thing she could find for me was the closest athletics club. And then from there, the journey just began. During my studies, I actually spent some time in Africa. And I think when I was in Africa working as a teacher, I inherited this travel bug, and I just wanted to become an international teacher. My first teaching position actually came out here, and I took it with the intention of being here perhaps for 1 year, but I fell into sports out here. I joined the local rugby club. The Emirates established the first women's rugby team where they had sevens rugby. So I got selected to be part of the Emirates women's rugby team. I ended up playing for 2 seasons, two years in a row. We got to go and travel to Penang and compete in the Asian Games. We had this big mixed, diverse team of people from all different areas of the world, but we were all there representing, obviously, the Emirates, and we had a lot of pride and passion being that team. So it was like sisterhood. It was awesome. Through the rugby circle then, I got approached to compete then in a charity boxing event. And they're like, do you want to fight? Do you want to be a boxer? I was like, oh, I'll give this a go, no problem. But then afterwards, I actually got the boxing bug and I totally fell in love in a brand new sport.
أول لحظة وأنت نازل تراك أنت ما تشوف شيء، ما تشوف سفينة، ما تشوف شيء، أنت نازل ببطء. فجأة تشوف سواد وتبدأ تتخيل هل هاي سفينة؟ هل استكشاف كبير؟ هل هذا شيء تاريخي؟ فتبدأ يعني تحس إنه يعني نفس مستقبل جاينك، تقول يا رب يا رب يا رب. فالحين أنا شغال على استكشاف بعض السفن الغرقانة في الفجيرة على أعماق جدا كبيرة باستخدام تقنية الريبريذر وأيضا الترايمكس، وعند الحمد لله فريق متدربين شغالين مع بعض وكلهم عندي ثقة عمياء. لا سمح الله استوت عندنا أي مشكلة في المغامرات، أنا واثق أن هاي الشباب يقدرون يساعدون، يقدرون يتصرفون بالشيء الصح. يعني فمرة كنت أحاول أستكشف باطن سفينة في مكان جدا ضيق، فانكسر عندي الريجوليتر أو منظم الهواء الرئيسي، فحاولت أني أطلع من السفينة من غير هواء، ما كان عندي هواء على عمق جدا كبير والخوف اللي كان فيني، فكان عندي ثواني معدودة. فأول ما طلعت شفت زميلي، لو كان زميلي مستهتر وما كان موجود في هذا المكان وقت خروجي كان أنا رحت. في بعض الرحلات أتم 3 أيام 4 أيام، أهلي يدوروني وين أنت وين أنت، وأنا تحت الجبل ما في إرسال، خاصة المغامرات والاستكشافات الكبيرة ما يكون فيها إرسال، ما في نفس القلب الأم والأخت، يعني يخافون عليك ويتمون. يعني الوالدة مرات ما تنام، حتى الوالد مرات ما ينام، ها متى بتطلع متى بتخلص. صعب انك انت تخليهم مثلا يحاتون او يتعبون، لا بس شيء جدا مهم اني انا ابلغ ناس قريبين لي. مثلا انا ابلغ اخوي ترى انا طالع لرحله استكشافيه مدتها مثلا اسبوع او 5 أيام، يمكن ما يكون عندي ارسال، فاذا سمح الله استوى شيء تعرف انا وين يكون موجود. هذا شيء جدا مهم لاي انسان يغامر يحب استكشافات او انه يطلع في الجبال وغيرها، لازم انه يتواصل مع اهله او يبلغ ناس قريبين له.
Yeah, all the balls over here. I'm an educator by trade, so teaching has always been my passion. So I got to be around like autistic children, Down syndrome, children potentially like who couldn't actually hear. I used to spend my summers just working with these kids intensely for the entire summer, and I loved every second of it. One of the schools in particular, my first job in Dubai, was when it really became very obvious to me that there's a lot of children in this region who have got individual needs, and in fact they just weren't exposed to the world that we know it. Yeah, so let's see what the muscles are like today. Yeah, you ready? Show us the muscles. Good job. So when I started to build Here's a Hope, I just went to people who knew me. I'm like, look guys, I've got a gang of athletes of determination and they really would love to play rugby with you. Can we come to this rugby club, and can the rugby club support that? Good and all in. They were super supportive and they were like, do you know what, we love what you do, we'll get behind you, Hollie. Here's the field, here's the equipment, and we have the athletes coming in here, they go in the machines, they do the treadmills, we have proper programs set up for them.
You're number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3, okay?
Between my training and everything else, it just kind of took shape and it hasn't stopped going. It's just gone on and on and on and on. So it's been happening now, I think for about 8-9 years now we've been growing this program. So it hasn't been an easy thing at all. There's been a lot of roadblocks and barriers and a little bit upset along the way because I'm so emotionally attached to it all.
You're very fit. Come on, pull. Yeah, come on, pull.
And I think for a lot of families with children with determination, they're so used to their children being excommunicated or being told no. For their first time, they're actually coming to these clubs and we're saying yes.
Score. Great try.
There you go, that's good. Got this. Coming off you. Good shot. Go again. Great job, Si. Go on, Ines. Good girl, Ines. Right here.
I think the midfielder is a player who kind of dictates the tempo of the game and requires a lot of physical fitness, good vision. You have to be vocal in the game. These are all, I think, very important characteristics for a midfielder. Definitely when we first started, it was very new and we got a lot of criticism from just the public. Over the years, you see there was a bit more promotional marketing happening towards us and stuff. So it was starting to become a bit more accepted. You see some support from the public as well. So for sure, we're going in the right direction. My biggest supporter is my husband. He's my #1 fan. He's always there in my games and in the local games when we're playing here. He's always the first one there and he's always analyzing how I performed. Even when I'm getting criticism, he's there just telling me just ignore it, just keep doing what you're doing, so.
أنا أحب إني أغير الناس، أساعد الناس، أحاول إني أعلم الناس أمور جديدة. يوم أشوف الناس بدأت مثلاً تدخل في عالم الغامرة والرياضة والاستكشافات والأمور هذه، أحس بدأت أطلعها من العالم اللي نحن فيه الحين، التلفونات، جلسة في الكوفي شوب، عدم الحركة، كله في السيارة، ما في مشي، ما في رياضة، ما في أكتيفيتي. رياضة التسلق أول شيء تحرك لك تقريباً جميع العضلات في الجسم، تعطيك قوة عصب، مرونة ولياقة جداً قوية، وأيضاً الأدرينالين. يعني تخيل أنت تطلع 310 أمتار مالتي بيتش.
All of us kind of try to be an inspiration and like a good influence for younger girls. You can achieve your goals, you can play sports and you can be good at it.
I love Here is Home and I love the children with all my heart, and they've changed me and they've changed my life. And I feel like it shouldn't be just isolated to Dubai. I think Heroes of Hope and the concept of Heroes of Hope, it needs to be delivered across the world.
الرياضة تخلي الشخص جدا سعيد، تخليه لو كبر في السن لكن روحه حتى شكله صغير. الشخص اللي عنده لياقة، عنده قوة بدنية، مستعد انه يقوم بأي إنجاز حول العالم، بيكون كل شيء عليه سهل. خلصنا؟ خلصنا الحمد لله. خلاص